Adobe is changing the world of AI. Hello my friends, how are you doing? Today I want to show you amazing new functions that Adobe has revealed. Most of them you can use today on your computer. And no, this is not a sponsored video, but yes, you should absolutely subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. So the first thing is called VideoGigaGan. Now this is just an announcement of their concept paper, but below that you can see example videos of that. It's a 8x upscaler from 128 to 1024. And you can see with these example videos, the very blurry input and then the very sharp output. And that is really amazing how much detail it is adding, especially in this case with the face, also the skin details, the hair details, and the movement of the skin is really impressive. They have a lot of other examples here. For example, this waterfall, which you can see super pixelated and very low detail, and then becoming very sharp, also having different areas of depth of field in there. It's very interesting how the water movement in the lower part is looking very natural and nice. All of that is very beautiful. And then on the right side, we have this guy here playing on his smartphone. Again, very pixelated and low resolution. And then the upscaled image is amazing with the detail. You can even see a reflection of the smartphone in the glasses. And yes, my friends, I absolutely know what you think about scaling up first. So instead, let's go to this announcement video for Photoshop Generative Fill AI. And here you can see how they describe different scenes. It's a very beautifully made video. Very nice results here. And we're going to try most of them and also some own ideas in a second inside of Photoshop Beta. You can see here the very nice designs they create, some food in a plate. This is a nice function here where you can click and say generate similar. Very nice. So similar style, similar fruit. Here they create a background. You can actually select objects very easily inside of Photoshop, and then some flowers and stuff on top of that to create this very beautiful advertisement. Here we're going to add a bee. Now this bee looks amazing. Very, very good. Even though I'm not quite sure if this is 100% a bee. So one thing that might not have come across is that you can use reference images. So here we have a guy in a shirt, and actually let me zoom in here a little bit more so we can see him better. Now I'm going to use here my lasso selection. And by the way, just so you know, I'm in the Adobe Photoshop beta right now because this with the reference image is a beta function. So what I'm doing here is I'm roughly selecting the guy. I'm going to include the face because I can mask it out later on. So we're going to take the full upper body here. And then with the generative fill, we just click down here on this button. And then here you have a new button. This is for uploading reference images. When you mouse over that, you might get a video if you have turned that function on. So let's click on that. We choose an image. This is the one I downloaded from the internet from Actual Jacket. And then you don't need to add any text here. You just click on generate. I will cut out the processing time so you don't have to wait. So here we have our results. You actually get 3. You can click down here or here on the right side to see them. When we click between them, you can see here we see a little bit of the hand. And the other ones, we don't really see hand. So let's maybe take that one where we have a bit of hand left. It makes it a little bit more authentic. Now, one thing that this can't really do right now is to take into consideration the lighting situation. Light is coming from the left, but it's kind of too bright and too colorful. But you could adjust it afterwards. The face doesn't look so good, but I don't care about that because I can now use my eraser tool. So on the left side, you select the eraser tool. And then on the right side, you select the mask. And with Alt and mouse wheel, you can zoom in. And now I can simply paint this part out so that I have the original face again. This is why I select the mask a little bit bigger. So afterwards, I have this choice to select where it should be. And now I would say it actually looks really good and actually has also the body position. Color adjustment, I think you can still do afterwards, especially because you have the subject selection and object selection automatically inside of Affinity Photo. So you can really just select the jacket and then adjust that to the rest of the image. Now let's go to another use case. I want to show you here that we didn't see in the video. We have here this beautiful lady sitting on a table. Now I want to change that into actually a skirt. So I'm gonna select the shape down here, give it a lot of space so it can play around. We can actually also change the color of the skirt. So let's say blue skirt. Let's hit generate. And here you can see the results that I get from that. We have some different skirt designs. Here is a little bit of stuff here in the foreground. Here we have another one, short skirt. It kind of fits also the jeans jacket. Again, we have some stuff here in the foreground, but as before, we can go in here and we can use our brush and then simply brush out the elements we don't want to have. You can also select it again and paint in any kind of thing you want with the AI. So you have a lot of flexibility in here. It works pretty well and actually adjusts to the position of the body, the position of the legs. So it's actually a smart way to paint this in with Generative Fill. Now here, I want to show you another fun example of what you can do with the image reference. So here we have the woman sitting on a stone pretty close to the ground. So I'm going to move this up here to the left in this position. And then here you can see we have our object selection tool. You click on that. I move it over the character and you can see most of that is going to be selected. A little bit of the foot down here is missing, so we can click here and select and mask. With that, I can brush over the shoe down here. So this is edit. This looks pretty good. And now we are going to select inverse selection. I'm clicking again on Generative Fill. I'm selecting the image I want to use. And in this case, I want to use this image of a cliff here. In this case, I'm going to write woman sitting on a cliff. You can also try it without the prompt, but I feel like giving it a little bit of an idea where I want the cliff to be is maybe better in this case. And there we have our results. This is the first one, the second one, and the third one. All of them have a little bit mistakes in there. Now, take into consideration that this is non-destructive because the AI image is on a separate layer. So you can still adjust the mask. And of course, if you click on generate again, it's going to create for you 3 other images. But let's go on to another example. Now, instead of having my plate from top down, I want to have it in perspective and see if that works too. There we go. This is actually filling it nicely. In this case, I'm writing I want to have an Indian curry dish. And here we have the results. You can see they are in perspective. I would even say they have the same kind of light and color atmosphere. Very beautiful. Here's the second result, which changes the design of the inside of our plate a little bit. And there we have another one, which is also changing the design of the plate. So this one I like the best. And here we can go to these 3 dots, click on them, and here you have generate similar. And here you have the results. You can see it's actually very similar. This is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. Actually pretty good. Really like that. And now I also want to show you another thing that was not shown in the video. So in this case, I want to create another ring over here. I'm typing diamond ring and click generate. And as you can see, even that is working pretty well. We actually got a diamond ring here. The second one is a little bit on the angle here, not quite satisfied with that one, but the ring design is beautiful. And here we have the last one, which is also a little bit sideways, but again, the ring design is beautiful. And before you go, I have 2 more news for you. The Meta Quest 3 now can record and playback spatial video, which means 3D stereo video, which is very amazing. And also they massively improved the pass-through video with their recent update, so they can actually read text and that displays and windows are not as overexposed anymore. Subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye! Oh, you're still here. So this is the end screen. There's other stuff you can watch like this or that. It's really cool. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. Leave a like if you haven't yet. And well, yeah.